Okay, so welcome to part 2 of the Compaq SR1000 restoration. In the first video we cleaned and rebuilt the machine itself, and I've now reloaded the hard drive with new software. Since the end of that video and the start of this video, I've changed the RAM in the machine, so we now have 4 gig of RAM. Unfortunately, I don't think all 4 gig is being seen. We'll just have a quick look. Yeah, it's only seeing 3¼ gig at the moment. I did read somewhere these motherboards support 4 gig, but depending on the software you're using, you might only see 3¼ However, it's a lot better than 512, so I'm sticking with it. So the essence of today's video is I want to try and update the software. So one problem I've got is I'm still waiting for the Wi-Fi dongle, so we're not actually on the internet at the moment. Maybe that's not a bad thing, but in the meantime what I can do is I can add service patch 3, which I've got on a little stick here. Oh, okay, yeah, well, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll try service pack 4. So service pack 4, what's that? It never existed. Service pack 4 is actually a customized version of service pack 3 with a whole load of updates that have been applied to make it future compliant. When we say future compliant, what we mean is they've cured the security flaws to the greatest extent that is possible. Even after I've applied this, I've then got a load of junk software that I need to uninstall from this machine, probably do some disk cleans up. When the Wi-Fi dongle comes, I'll then join it to the internet, sort out the internet browser even, sort out some antivirus software, and then I'll finally get round to restoring the original data for the owner. At that point, I think we're going to call it quits. So anyway, let's just fast forward through this bit. Okay, so we got to roughly the end of this service patch 4 install. What I'm going to do now is I'm not going to reboot it because it's liable to get stuck in this continuous restart loop. Oh, hello, a lot of hard drive noise there, but I'm sure that's fine. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and stop it from rebooting when it crashes, so that I can see what the error message is, and if it's the right error message, I know what the fix is. So what I'm going to have to do is go to the system. Oh, I hate that horrible new look. Advanced, start on recovery, and where have we got where? Time to display recovery. No. Bum, write an event log. No, we don't want the automatic restart. What we want is a manual selection. If you leave the automatic restart on, it just reboots and you don't actually see what the error message is, and you're just stuck in this continuous loop. So no doubt this is going to go horribly wrong, but let's give it a restart and see what happens. Yep, exactly as suspected. So it's given me a stop error code 0x, all the zeros, 7E. Essentially what that is there's an intelppm.sys driver file that's fails. There's no doubt that it would fail because this is an AMD machine, not an Intel machine. So what I need to do now is reboot this into safe mode and disable that driver at startup and see what happens. so here we are in safe mode. Right, and what I need to do, SC config intelppm star equal, no, equals disabled. No, we won't need that either. Go away. Go away. Okay, now that's done, let's give it a reboot, see what happens. Excellent. Right, so it's disabled this time. I think what was happening last time was I wasn't leaving the space between the equal and the disabled, but you know, they don't make these things very clear. So what I'm going to do now is reboot second time, see what happens. Now just to clean up all the junk trash software that was installed from the restore by Compaq. Half of this stuff is so out of date and useless, and the other half of it is just pointless bloatware, so I'm just going to get rid of all that software now. So we don't need a Google taskbar, we don't need easy internet sign up. I mean, who uses America Online these days?